Tell you what, there's nothing like being on a dirt road early in the morning. Heading out for an early morning shooting trip. I'm gonna work on two things. I don't know if I'm gonna make this a standalone video or insert footage for another vid, but I'm gonna be working on a loose variation of the bill drill and the El Presidente, maybe Vice Presidente drills today. I started setting up my targets, getting everything ready to go, and I realized I didn't bring the paper targets. I brought everything to set up, but I don't have paper to shoot at. Yeah, that's what happens when I get rushing out the door in the mornings. So we'll try something a little different here. Man, look at that. I'll tell you, there's nothing like being out here in the nice open spaces like this early in the morning, getting ready to shoot. Can't argue that. One thing I want to try a little bit different out here this time is I don't have a cameraman, so I've got to manage the camera angles, manage the shots, manage all that kind of stuff. And it's a hard balance between trying to get good angles and good film to watch and concentrating on what I really came out here for, and that is to shoot. So this time, I think I'm just going to set the cameras up where they are and just leave them. That way I can really focus on the shooting. Now, I might pick up the GoPro and mount that on my forehead. We'll see. We'll kind of play that by ear. First thing we're going to do here, though, is the bill drill. I got, with the rounds that I brought out with me today, I think I can run this about 6 times, and then, or no, 12 times, excuse me. And then I'll be able to run some other drills a little bit later. Again, what I'm doing here is the bill drill, or pretty close to, and that is 6 shots as fast as you can to the A zone. Now these first 2 rounds, being that they were the first shots of the day, I made sure I went kind of slow just to get nice and warmed up. What I'm also doing here is I'll be able to take this footage back and kind of watch my draw, watch my shooting techniques, all that kind of fun stuff. So rough guesstimate on these is probably from draw to the last 6th shot is about 2+ seconds maybe. Again, I've got a shot timer on order, so I can do this stuff in the future and actually use the shot timer to get exact times. Alright, this one should be a reload. We'll just kind of throw that one in there as well. I don't know how many rounds I went there, but just to give you kind of a look. So not too bad. Most of them are in that A zone. See, I got a couple of them out, but not too bad. Like I've mentioned in the past, I'm going to get myself a shot timer eventually. I think that'd be kind of fun to just see where I'm at time-wise, put a little bit more pressure on. Right now, I'll go back and just use the video editing software to get a rough estimate on the time on those. kind of got a hostage situation going there. You can see the two 8-inch targets. I'll be doing this, oh what the heck, why don't we start at 7 yards and we'll move back to 10 yards as well. What I want this to do for me is to make a little precision in the shooting. So here we go, 7 yards, and we'll just kind of go smooth on this. And what's interesting, you caught that. That's my second jam I've had with my Gen 4 Glock 19. And that's why you come out here and run them through these paces before you carry them. Missed that one. See that one off just to the left. Again, what I'm doing here is I'm practicing that draw, I'm practicing that sight picture, that sight alignment. So I'm trying to work all this stuff in and maximize that ammo that I have. As scarce and expensive as that stuff is today, jeez. Now that one, that's interesting about your cover garments during concealment, is I actually picked that one up. This jacket has this cord on it, and I kind of got caught up on that on my way out. This time what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit one shot on the hostage target, and then I'm going to go over and hit 2 shots center mass on the silhouette there.
Aside from the fun factor on this, I wanted to continue to work on repetitions of the draw and make that first shot a little more precise. In addition, what I enjoy doing when I'm out shooting is transitioning targets. Going from one to the other is just a lot of fun for me.
Move this back to 10 yards. Uh-oh. I think I gave a flesh wound to the hostage there. Whoops. That's all right. A little band-aid will help cover that flesh wound. To wrap this up, guys, today, like I mentioned before, this is the Glock 19 in Gen 4. It's a brand new gun that I got. I'll go over in details later where this come from and why it entered my, I don't know if I want to call it collection, but it did have 2 baubles today. You guys know I'm a big Glock fan, but it had 2 baubles today. I think both were failure to feeds. Anyway, that's why it's so important, just to reiterate, why you need to get out and run ammo through your gun before you carry it. I really want to carry this one. That's why I'm trying to accelerate that process. So I was hoping after this, if it didn't have any baubles, I might have carried it, but I'm glad I brought it out. So let's see, 100, so I think that's 250 rounds through this. Normally I like to run more rounds through it before I carry it, and here's a good reason why. This scenario that I made up, just kind of had some fun with, loved it. Again, it was practicing on that draw. I shot at 7 yards, shot at 10 yards, shot at these plates here, kind of a hostage situation, 8-inch plates, and we have our silhouette back. Thanks, Snow Lobo, by the way, for making that for me. As always, guys, I really appreciate the views. I appreciate the comments. Having fun. Still having fun. I always say that. Thanks again.